Hi there everybody, it's me again. Yes, old me. Yeah, there's no way of stopping me, is there? Now I've got a see, I've got my little flowery dress on today. Absolutely gorgeous. It's so hot here, it's unbelievable. If James McAvoy himself came up to me and says, "How's about it, Tony?" and he'd just be stark naked standing in front of me and say, "How's about it, Tony?" I'd be too hot. Honestly, I just gotta make us a cup of tea or something like that. I can't. It's too hot for doing anything else. But bless him. If those of you who don't know who James McAvoy is, he's a Scottish actor that was in the X-Men, the young guy in X-Men or whatever, and he was in Glass and Slither and stuff like that. So, but wonderful actor, and he seems like to have a gorgeous personality as well. So, but anyway, so yeah, yet another gloriously beautiful day, and today there is not a cloud in the sky. So I don't know how long this is going to last, but I'm enjoying it anyway, even though I'm in the shade, which is nice. I don't like being tanned, but that's me personally. I like being pale, slightly like the 50s look and whatever. So, but anyway. As you can see, like I've just said, got my little dress on, which I couldn't get into 2 years ago, and today I've got into, but it's still a bit tight around the boobs, but I can't help that. It's not my fault my boobs are big. But hey. Right, what to talk about today? Last time we spoke about, do you know, I've forgotten what we spoke about. That's old age for you kids, honestly, that's old age for you. You just forget what you talk about and that's it. Oh yeah, the surgery, yes, about my surgery and everything. So, you know, any questions about that, just get in touch. And yet again, thank you for subscribing and thank you for even watching my videos, which is unbelievable really, because it's just little old me wittering around, you know, talking crap basically, witter as per. But yes, so going back to the surgery, everything was a-okay. Everything looked hunky-dory, and then 6 weeks later I had to go back to Brighton so for the surgeon to have a look. Simba, leave the jasmine alone, thank you. Good boy. So the surgeon can check to see if everything was a-okay and whatever, and it was, and here we are today. My boobs are real. I've said that before. It's through the hormone regime that they've grown. Not every trans woman that happens to. I personally I believe that a majority of trans women have to have implants because they only have little boobs. They don't go as big as mine are double D at the moment, they're still growing. So and another thing I'd like to point out as well, so this is what happens in this country, in the UK. I don't know what happens in, say, the USA or Australia or Canada or whatever like that, or any other country. But what I'm talking about is what's happening in the UK. I know for a fact that that in the US, the pills take much longer. They take 2 or 3 different lots of pills to have it done, and of course they don't have the NHS there. They have to pay for it, and they're trying to. I don't know if it's still ongoing or if it's been recognised, but there was some talk about them having it done on their medical insurance. So I don't know if that's happened or not, but I shall look into that. But in the USA, they have, you know, they still have to go through the steps that we do here, i.e. 2 to 3 years under psychiatrist, psychologist, and everything like that, you know, to prove that you are who you are or whatever. But I think in the US, trans women are still looked upon like gay men in dresses, as it were. So that's why there is such a big hoo-ha out there if a man sleeps with a trans woman out in the US, people will say, "Oh, you're gay because you're sleeping with a trans woman." And of course, in this country, that's not the case at all. Society might think it is the case, but it's not. It's because we don't see ourselves as gay men. We see ourselves as, I don't even see myself as a woman. I see myself as a trans woman. I see myself as Tony, first of all, and I just happen to be a trans woman. So it's up to the individual out there how they perceive me. If they perceive me as a woman, or as a trans woman, or just as a tranny, or whatever, that is their look at them. That is their way of seeing me, and each to their own. So if you see me as just a tranny, fine. So I know who I am in here and in here, and that's what counts. What others see me as, it's their idea and their ideals, their idea of what I should be or what I actually am. I'm lost for words today for once. I don't know why. I think it's because I've talked so much about different things. It's just I think to myself, oh right, what else can I talk about? There is so much stuff to talk about. It's knowing where to start, really. I have written lists down about the best makeup that I've bought, and sort of the best, and where to buy them, and the clothes, where I get my clothes from, and sort of I'm finding out what suits me or whatever. So even though I'm 54 years old and I'm a bit on the large side, as you can see, like a bit broad across, about 6 foot wide as well as 6'3" tall. Apparently I've lost an inch in height. Nothing else. In height, I got measured last week by the nurse, and I'm 6'3". Instead of, I was 6'4", but now I'm 6'3". So I don't know if that's the hormones, but I have been told that hormones can change your size and everything like that. Well, they have with me. It's like I'm literally twice the person I used to be. I'm 18 stone now, which I got weighed last week. I told you that on the video, the last video. I'm 18 stone 1 pound I am. So, but I'm slowly losing it. Which I am losing it very, very slowly, but it's like I've lost a couple of pounds. This dress I've got on, like I've said, is a bit tight around the boobies and just under the boobies, but I've still got a lot of thickness around here, let's say, so to lose. So, but I am slowly losing it. So, and I'd rather lose it very slowly than A, too quickly and I look haggard, and B, gaining it or just not losing at all. So yeah, that's good. I've lost track again now. Bloody lost track. But anyway, as I was saying, some people have told me, some trans women have told me that their feet have gotten smaller since being on the hormones and things, which hasn't happened with me. Nothing's got smaller. If anything, everything's got larger. My weight's gone larger. My feet are the same size. So I really don't know how that happens. It's like because so your feet are literally just skin and bone, aren't they? There's a bit of muscle underneath or whatever, and maybe a little bit of tendons or whatnot. I'm not a doctor, so I don't know. Neither am I a biologist, so I don't know nothing about bodies. No. I'd like to get to know James McAvoy's body, but there you go. That's another story. But that would have to happen in the autumn time, not in the height of summer like it is today. Too hot to even scratch my own arse, I can tell you that. Yes. So all in all, it's just right. Okay, I will touch upon. Oh, go away. I will touch upon the. My attitude towards people since my surgery. My attitude has changed dramatically. I think it changed from after the first week of having surgery. It is just really weird because I was more content with myself, and I reckon that helped me seeing things differently as well. Even though it's not a cure-all at all. So so if you had problems before the surgery, you are going to have the problems after the surgery anyway. Hi Simba. No, leave it. It's a wasp. No, Simba, leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Simba, leave the wasp alone. Leave it. Wait, you get stung. Simba, Simba, come here. You'll get stung. You will. Yes, you will. Yeah, as I was saying, Simba, leave it. Thank you. But as I was saying, my attitude towards things changed because I'm comfortable within myself since the surgery, and I'm more laid back now, I feel. But I still have my moments of screaming and shouting, but that has nothing to do with my gender or anything like that. Am I being trans? It's just that's just a mental health issue that I do have, which I've spoken about before, and I might get into more detail next time. And see what happens there. It's like, you know, it's yes. So as I was saying, so you know, if you have problems or issues before the surgery, the problems and issues are still going to be there, but it's your perception of seeing those issues and dealing with those issues. It's like it's as if that most of the issues most of the problems don't matter anymore. I still have meltdowns, which is quite funny, really. Well, not when they're actually happening, but afterwards you just think, oh my goodness, why did I let that happen? But you know, so but like I said, that's more towards the mental health, my mental health, rather than my gender dysphoria and being trans and whatever. And another thing I have to point out yet again, I was going to put more water out for the birdies. Another thing I have to point out yet again, like, and people, and this is for everybody, just because you hate a part of your body doesn't mean that you're hating yourself. It's like with me, I never hated myself. I disliked myself immensely sometimes, but I never hated myself. I hated parts of my body. I hated the way my body looked. I still do sometimes now, but that's to do with weight and not to do with dysphoria. That's what gender dysphoria is. Well, dysphoria means that the hatred of a part of your body is like, you can have gender dysphoria, you can have hating the nose or the ears, whatever. You know, so that is dysphoria. I hate it as much. It actually ends up affecting you mentally. That is dysphoria. But you know, it is a big struggle, and the struggle is worth it. And I will again go through the steps that I went through to get to where I am today again, and you know, future videos and everything, I will cover them again in more detail and whatever, and I'll write things down next time. This is just a video to say hello and just say yes, I'm okay. And if James McAvoy is watching, get into, call me, call me. Yeah, but yes. So as you can see, I've done my nails again. These are the same nails that were pinkish orangey on my last video that I showed. I just went over them again with my trusty purpley coloured one with loads of glitter on top. So my cosmic colour. But it's too much, and I've done a really bad job on them this time. I've put too much gel on this, so they're really thick and whatever. But hey ho, we live and learn. And one day I will do a little demo on how I do my nails. I won't bore you with the whole detail. Well, you know, so I'll give you details, but I won't bore you with a video from beginning to end. I'll just show you parts of it, and with a dipping bit, and how I do it, and not, you know, it's not necessarily the way the professionals do them, because I'm not a professional. And it's the same with with my channel. It's my ideas, it's my thoughts, and it's what I've been through. What I go through is not necessarily what you're going to go through, or what other person's going to go through, because I keep saying this, we go through our own little journeys, and you know, so it could be alongside somebody else, but it's not going to be exactly the same, because because our feelings and our perceptions and our thoughts are totally different from everybody else, which can be a bad thing sometimes, because it is a very, very lonely thing. Simba, leave him alone, please, darling. It's too hot to mother the cat. Thank you. As I was saying, because it can be very, very lonely journey through life anyway. At the best of times, but especially if you're a trans woman, it's even lonelier, because you can sit there and explain. Until you're blue in the face, no one will understand unless they are going through it themselves, and even then they can't fully understand, because their perception of it and their thoughts and their feelings is totally different from yours and mine and everything. So but we can empathise. That's a good word. We can empathise with other trans women that were going through it or are going through it. So and the reason for this channel, one of the reasons is, the main reason is to empathise with people and to actually get people to understand a little bit of what we go through. The highs, the lows, the good, the bad. One of the bad things I'll point now, it's if you're a trans woman before surgery and you like guys, they will get in touch with you in droves, asking to sleep with you, because it's a fantasy, it's a fetish of theirs, and it's nothing more than that. They won't commit to you. Well, they haven't to me. Because I don't sleep around. I've tried it a couple of times. I've had a couple of one-night stands, and I felt awful afterwards, because that's not me. That's not to say it's bad. It's just not for me. So and please don't fall for the first guy that shows you a little bit of interest, because that's all he'll want is just to sleep with you anyway. 9 times out of 10, you might be lucky and find someone that really wants to be with you, and all, and that is marvelous. Through before and after surgery, which is marvelous. I had one guy who said to me that if I carried on the way I was without having surgery, he'd be with me for the rest of my life, and he'd love me for me. But if I had the surgery, he would leave me. And my question to him was, okay, but I didn't sleep with him or anything. And my question basically was, but what happens if you were with me for 3 years and then I had surgery, but you were still in love? You were so in love with me, you couldn't leave me. And he went, I will still leave you, Tony, because that's not what I'm looking for. And of course, I will not. Stop something just because somebody tells me to. If it's that he didn't want me to have surgery. He wanted me to be a chick with a dick. And sorry to be plain and blunt, but that's me. And all you people out there that don't know the real me, ask my friends, and they will tell you that I'm very blunt, and I was a chick with a dick. Now I'm a chick without a dick, and that's what I call myself. So, and people think that anyway. So why can't I say that people think that? Sort of own yourself. I own myself, and that's it. Sort of I'm not going to go, oh no, I can't say that, but just in case it might offend somebody. I'm talking about me. I'm not talking about you out there. I'm talking about me and my thoughts and how I perceive myself and how I see myself. And I was a chick with a dick, so there you go, and gorgeous tits. But going back to him, I said to him, but what happens if we were together and you fell in love with me and then I went on surgery? He said, I'll still leave you, Tony, because I don't want that. And I'm thinking, oh, okay. But the only problem is he would only come and see me once a month, because he lived in London, apparently lived with his mum, which I didn't believe him at all. I think he had a girlfriend. He was living with his girlfriend, and because he came down to Devon like once a month anyway, so, and he told me that he had a girlfriend in Exeter. So, sort of that, he'd come down, he was down once a month to see her, and then he'd come and see me. And I'm there going, I don't think so. If you want to be with me, you be with me for me, not for what you expect me to be, and not for what you want me to be. And that was that. But he got in touch with me about 6 months after my surgery, and he said, his surgeon went, yeah. And he said, I'd like to meet you. And I went, but what happened? And he said, no, Tony, he said, he said, I really wanted, he said, I really like you and all that palaver, and he wanted to see me, but again, it was like once a month, and I thought, oh no, what a part-time relationship, no, because even though I'd be happy with that, he might not be, you know. So because I'm so laid back, it's just one of those things. I'm thinking to myself, well, what's he going to think I'll be doing? Because a lot of people do get jealous, and if they can't see you and don't see you every day, they think you're up to something totally different and that you're messing about. And a lot of people seem to think that trans women are sex workers and they enjoy sex all the time and they go out and sleep around and whatever. That does happen. That does happen, but not all trans women are like that. So I'm not like that. If I find a guy that wants to be with me and be happy with me, then hey, okay, and I'd be happy for the rest of my days. But if I'm going to stay single for the rest of my days, hey, okay as well. Oh, here we go, my helicopter's turning up now to come and pick me up and take me out for the day and go shopping. Oh, it's a low. It's quite a low. Oh, it's one of those army planes, I think. It's all grey and everything. So it's one of those army planes, quite low down, but I suppose they're checking me out. Going, hello, boys. But, yes, so, do you know, it's every time I do a video, I forget what I talk about afterwards, and I'm thinking and I don't even check before I upload the video, because it could be a load of nonsense. And but hey, so what if it is a load of nonsense? If it puts a smile on your face, all well and good, and I'm all for that. You know, if you want to take, oh, look at the state of that, you know, take the piss and have a giggle, go for it, just go for it. At least I've made you smile, and at least I've made you forget your problems for the 2 minutes that you're taking the mickey out of me. So, hello Zena, hello Zoe, hello Simba, and yes, so I've got to go. Things to do. James McAvoy to see. Well, I so wish, but there we go. Right, okay. I did say I was going to do video of my nails and how to do them. Like I said, I won't bore you with the whole lot, with everything from beginning to end. It'll just be like a little synopsis kind of thing. Say, right, fine, this is how I do them, and this is the end result kind of thing, you know. So, but I will do that one day because a couple of people have asked, so I shall do that. And I haven't got the stuff that's actually needed, you know, the proper stuff. So, but hey, you know, so I just do with what I've got. I'm as poor as the church mouse, as they say, and I just do what I do. And if it looks good, it looks good. If it looks crap, I just get rid. Simple as. And it's the same with everything. I will talk one day about the makeup I've got, and I'll show you some of the makeup I have. I won't show you how I put my makeup on because I don't think this camera's got a wide angle lens on it. So see me with a big truck of cement coming up and so on, with a big trowel, slap it on my face, just make myself look a little bit human. But hey ho, hey. All right then, well, speak to you soon. Enjoy this gorgeous weather. I don't know how long we've got it for. I did mention it to somebody 2 weeks ago, so that when it was raining and thunder and everything like that, you know, so it would, you know, so like we are supposed to have glorious weather until September. So let's hope this stays with us until September. When the kids go back to school after the summer holidays, let it start getting cooler. You see, my ideal weather would be like this. It's about 17-18 degrees, nice breeze, and then over night time, or of an evening after 8 p.m. Start raining. So just waters all the plants and everything, and yeah. So that's my utopia, isn't it? So. Okay, well, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, thank you for sharing, thank you for subscribing, thank you for pressing the bell icon. I just thank you.